Okay, so let's begin. Muhammad Ashiqur Rahman, right?
Assalamu
Alaikum assalam. Can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, should I introduce myself in Bengali or English?
English.
So, I'm Ashiqur Rahman. I have just finished my uh, undergrad program from Nasirullah University of Science and Technology.
Yeah.
So basically, I was a competitive programmer. I spent a lot of time or a lot of my undergrad career with competitive programming. I participated a lot of, not a lot of, but a healthy amount of national contests in Bangladesh and performed a lot of mm, online program contests.
Okay.
Yeah.
So today's interview will be very fun for you because you have been a competitive programmer for a long time, and I have seen your resume. That is really good, and we're hoping you will really enjoy this chit chat with us.
Yeah, I hope so.
Okay. Though we know already about Tasnim Apu, but I think it would be nice if you give a brief introduction of yourself as well.
Okay, I am Fatima Tasnim. I have been I used to work on Brain Station 23 for like last 2.5 or 2 years and so, and then I got offer from Google recently and hoping to relocate to Poland soon and start my journey at Google. Yeah, that's pretty much it about me, and yeah. Maybe Nasirullah Bhaiya can introduce yourself too, so that he can have some introduction for you.
Okay. I'm Nasirullah Siddiki and my nickname is Rahman. I completed my bachelor's from DU back in 2019. Then I started to work for Orbitax Bangladesh Limited and later Samsung. After that, I came here in Germany to pursue my master's, but meanwhile, I got an offer from Google. So I will join their SRE team hopefully this November in Poland. This is a brief introduction of me. So I think we should proceed on the interview. Are you ready?
Yeah, I am. I guess so.
Okay, I think. Okay. So we are starting with a problem, but let me first share you a Google Doc with you so we can have the same link. I am not getting it. Share with people.
And please, you can share this when you get the Google Doc, and so that everyone can see the doc.
Okay. Just okay. I think share with people, not as anybody edited yet. Copy. Link viewer, not editor. Okay, I am sharing the link here. If you guys can access it, let me know. And if you guys have trouble accessing it, also let me know. I think I see someone already here, so I think it's possible to access it. Okay. Okay, so Ashiqur, why don't we start with a basic problem? We will give you n numbers, okay?
Okay, so I have numbers
Yes, you have an array of numbers. There will be n numbers, and you have to find the maximum contiguous sum. That is, you have to pick any part of the subarray that has the maximum sum, and you have to return the value of that sum. How you will proceed to that problem.
Okay, so I have a array of n numbers.
Yes.
I have to return, or I have to find the maximum subarray sum. I think.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe I will. So the array contains negative numbers, I guess.
You don't guess. I think you should ask.
Oh, I'm sorry. So how are the numbers in the array will be?
Yes, there will be negative numbers as well as positive numbers.
Yes. So can I ask about the range of the numbers?
Yeah, you can think that the sum will fit in, 32-bit signed integer.
Okay. So the sum will fit in 32%. So
Yeah. Every calculation you do, it will fit in the integer, signed integer. So won't be a problem. You don't need to think about the overflow.
okay. So can I write an example or to clear myself?
Yeah,
Maybe.
sure.
So
Go on.
let's. So, so let's assume the number 1 minus 5. So if this is
Yeah.
array,
This might be a given error. Okay.
so I guess the sum will be, in this case, will be 12.
Yes, you're
Cannot
correct.
get more than this sum.
Yeah, you're correct.
So, so if every number is negative in the array, in this case, maybe this example, what should I return, or what should I?
You should return the minimum value, which is, oh, sorry, maximum value. What I'm saying, which is -2.
This is -2.
Yeah, definitely
So
the maximum value you can get here is -2, because if you want to return 0, then you
yeah,
don't.
so I
It
cannot,
shouldn't be
so I
carry.
cannot, uh, so I cannot include an empty subarray. Right?
Yes, right, exactly.
So uh, maybe I can, maybe the most common approach I can get, most easiest approach I can get is I can fix the range of the subarray with 2 loops, and then I can calculate the sum. And
I interrupt for a second. Uh,
I'm sorry.
Hello. Yeah, sure. So Ashiqur, can you please share your screen when you are
Oh,
doing the problem so that
yeah,
everyone could see your code?
yeah, I can.
Yeah, I think it's better.
So what I can do, that I can fix the length of the subarray with maybe two loop, and then I can calculate the sum, and maybe I can then finally return the maximum sum I can get on that.
Okay, so what you are saying that you will first try for one
I will,
length subarray, then you will try for two length subarray,
yeah,
just like this.
yes. And then for every possible length, I can then pick the maximum sum.
And what is the complexity of that solution?
So the complexity will be, I think, n square. So there
Sorry?
will, yeah, the complexity will be n square, I think, order n square.
Okay, so how do you approach for that solution?
Uh, So first I
May I
will,
interrupt for a second again? So as you said, what I heard, as you said, the complexity will be n square for the solution, what you have just described for like
yes,
the time complexity. Can you please explain how it is like n square time complexity? That would be more appropriate.
yeah. So in this problem, I am going through all possible subarray, and and there are exactly n square subarrays I can see. So first length one here. If I start from the leftmost border, then this is the first subarray. Then this is the second. Then this is the third. So what I can see that if I fix the left suborder, I have n subarrays. Then if I fix the second most subarray, then I have n minus 1 subarrays, and so on. N n n minus 1, n minus 2, and I guess I will get, if I fix the leftmost last index, I will have just only one subarray. So, and this series add up to n square, I guess.
Yeah, n into n plus 1 by 2, which is basically, yeah, it will give you n square, right?
So maybe I can fix the leftmost index with with help of a loop, and then I will just iterate over the subarray I can get fixing the leftmost index, and then I will check.
Yeah, okay.
Should I write the pseudo code? Maybe this will.
Yeah, you go on and start writing the code. Okay.
So
Like you can think that you are given a function,
okay.
and the function gives you the vector, and you need to return the maximum, like something like this. Let me help you start. Okay. You are given something like this, integer. You are given like, your preferred language is C++, right? Sorry, I forgot
Yes,
to ask.
yes. C++.
Okay. And yeah, now you write code here. Okay.
Okay. So first I will fix the leftmost index, which will start from 0 to n. I guess n is the size of the numbers array or vector,
Okay.
and then I have to take at least one element. So maybe I start from here. So I can then start from the ith index, that is I. I can go until the end of the num array. Then I will just try to sum up the values from the range I to j. So I can do that. Nums j. So here I have the sum of the values, or maybe the range I fixed from I to j. And then I have to check which will be the maximum, I guess. So I will take another variable that is the maximum value. So I will initialize it with a negative infinity value, I guess. So this case, it will be better to have. I think if the integer fits in 32-bit integer, I can use int
Int win,
win.
yes, 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 that's better, right?
So,
Go on.
and then I can check if the sum is greater than the current maximum value I have. Then in this case, I can update my maximum value with the current sum. So, and then I think it will be fine. Then I can return the maximum. So, a leading character is always turning.
No, no problem. You don't have to worry about the.
Okay, thank you. So, and then when I am finished doing checking all possible subarrays from I to J, then finally I have the maximum value, and then I can return the maximum subarray sum. So this should work, I think.
Yeah, it will work, but it's taking n square. So if I set for like n 10 to the power 6, your solution will get time limit exceeded, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So can we do better? Can you think about any optimization? Can you think that do you really need to check all the subarrays? Can you think
Mm,
about it?
yeah, let me think about it. So
Yeah, sure.
this is the next solution I can get.
Yeah, okay, but it's a good start.
So so if in some cases the Savere sum or a Savere sum become less than zero,
Yeah,
then then maybe we can ignore the Savere.
yeah, I think it's a very good observation, and where we can go with this one, this observation. Go on, please.
Yeah, maybe this should work. It will be hard for me to prove that thing, but
No, you don't have to prove, but what you are thinking, please walk me through it. Walk us through
yeah,
it.
like if here 1 and 5, 1 and -5,
Okay.
the this Savere sum is less than zero.
Yes.
So if we include this sum with my answer, it will always give a worse solution to this problem. Because if I start a new Savere from this, I get a better answer that is from zero.
Uh, yeah.
So it is better to start a new Savere, I think, ignoring this part from 3.
Right.
Uh,
Okay. So why don't you start writing the code for that one as well? I think I understand it. Just a minute. I think you can start here the code. Yeah, go on.
okay. So uh, so try to check from the beginning of the array.
Yeah, sure.
I will try to calculate the sum. So if in some cases the sum is less than 0. So now I can start a new or new subarray from this position and ignore the previous subarray. So here,
You're right.
if I start a new subarray, my sum will be 0,
Okay.
and and then I can just do, and I have to check if the sum is my global maximum. I can update it. With minimum value, and then
Yes.
if I check sum here, that max, this can cause a wrong answer because the sum is 0 here, and I cannot take the empty subarray.
Yeah.
So
But I
that,
think no problem. You just think about a bit. I think you will come up with a solution. Just think about a
so
bit how to resolve for that particular case. I think it's not that hard.
okay. So maybe the most commonly I can figure out this thing is if I can check the whole array if
Okay, okay,
there
yeah,
are any.
yeah. Okay, 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 okay. For now, you think that there will be at least one non-negative
Positive.
number. Okay. Yeah, non-negative. For now. Okay, we will resolve that case later together. But go on.
Okay. So if I have at least one positive integer, then I don't have to think about 0 because I have at least one subarray add that sums more than 0. So I can just update
Okay.
the maximum value, and then after updating, mhm, I can then I guess I can return the value. So if any
Okay.
positive
Now,
integer, it will update here.
yeah. Yeah, your solution is okay, but now if we want to make the solution correct for that case as well, what should
Yeah.
we do? What can we do? Just think about it.
The most easy way I can think that I can check here that if there exists any positive integer, then I continue with this solution. And if there is not, I can return the maximum negative number in this case. This will work.
Okay. Okay.
But
Have you thought about thinking just swapping the two ifs?
yeah, I'm just thinking that yeah. So if I put the if before the this condition here, then I don't have to
Yeah.
worry about the interior because I am already adding the value, at least one value in my sum. So
Yeah.
this will resolve the condition, and then if the sum gets negative, then the sum
You can make it zero, right?
I can
So,
recalculate the sum from 0.
yeah. Okay. Okay, that's correct. I think your solution is okay for this problem. Okay. So for the next problem, I think Tasnim, are you there?
Yes, I am. Okay. So for the next problem, um, I want to. Okay. So this problem is much similar with this one. So now you have this array, and you have this array again. For now, you don't have to find the maximum subarray, and this array will be sorted. So what you will have to just find that you will be given a target number, and you just have to find the number of possible pairs that will be added up to that number, target number. Like you got the problem, right?
Yeah, let me clear
So you
myself.
have to just find two numbers from this array, um, or two, and you have to find how many pairs are there that will be added to that target number. Okay, so and your array will be sorted. And one thing we can consider that there will be no duplication in this array,
Okay, so
like
I have a
duplication
sorted
of the
array.
same number.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I have a sorted array and a target integer. Am I right?
yeah, yeah.
And okay, then I have to find how many pairs exist in the array that add up to the target number, the target integer.
Yeah, that's correct.
So, so the number are sorted and distinct, I think.
Sorry.
The number are sorted. Are they
Yeah, numbers are
distinct?
already sorted.
Are there any duplicate?
No, there is no duplicates. Like all the numbers are distinct here.
Okay, and do I have the negative numbers?
No, you will just have positive numbers here.
Okay. So let me uh, take an example for that. I will take an
Yeah,
array of.
maybe we can start from a fresh page so that that will be
Oh, okay,
neat
sure.
and clean.
Okay, sure.
You can just go to the next page and start.
Yeah. So I have an array one.
Will 3 be after 5 because you have a sorted array?
I'm so sorry. 1, 6. And if the target is 13, then maybe I got two pairs, 6 plus 7 and 3 plus 10. Am I right?
Yeah, you are.
So, so the most naive approach I can get is I can fix the two numbers with the help of two loops, and then I can just calculate the sum of the pair, and then I can just match with the target value. If I get one, I can implement a count or something.
Okay. So what will be the time complexity for that?
Yeah, the time complexity will be n square again because I am fixing two values with two loops and I have to check every possible pair.
Yeah. Okay, that's all right. Can you think about any better approach that will minimize the time complexity?
Hmm. So the array is sorted. So,
Mm-hmm.
so I can do, I think, for a fixed number, I can do search for another number. I think maybe
Mm-hmm.
I am here at position 3, sorry, position index 1, and I have to then search for 10 to match this target value.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think the array is sorted. So I can maybe I can search for 10 with binary search.
Yeah.
Mhm. So, and then when I'm here at 6, then I can search. I will search for 7 if there exists any 7 in this array. Then if there exists, I can increment the value.
Okay. Yeah. That's all right. Then what will be the time complexity for this
So
particular?
the so I am looking um, for every value. I am looking for another value with
Mhm.
binary search, and the searching will take log n, I think. So
Yeah.
time complexity will be n log n. I have to use n binary search, so the complexity will be n log n.
Yeah. That's great. And can you think about any better approach, like better than a login?
So the array are sorted. So here I can notice that for value 3, I have to look for a bigger value which will exist in the rightmost of the array,
Yeah.
and then if I uh, if I go right, and then the value I am, then I have to look for will decrease, and then I have to search in the left. In case the example is too short to understand. So if I have 3, I have to look for 10,
Yeah.
and this is in the right part of the array. So as I go right and I look at the value 6, I have to search for 13 minus 6, that is 7. That will always exist the left half of 10. So maybe I can use the 2-pointer methods, because I don't have to look right if I when I finish
Yeah.
my execution here, or
Mm-hmm.
I can guarantee that the next number I will look for, this will not exist in the right side. It will always stays in the left side. So I can decrease my search space, and
Okay. So you were
maybe I
saying
can,
you are going to use 2-pointer for this problem, right?
yeah, I'm going to use 2-pointer for this problem.
Okay. So when you like add up two numbers, like uh, in the here you what are you doing is for 3 uh, um, you are just can you say just when you are
Yeah,
increasing and when you are decreasing, like um, can you write down the logics only, you don't have to go through the code and everything, just write the logics.
so I will try to put my pointer uh, first pointer in the leftmost of the array, and my second pointer in the rightmost of the array. So my 2-pointer will located here and here. Then
Mhm.
and then I'll look for the sum. In this case, the sum is 11. So I have to go. I have to increase my sum. And how can I increase my sum? I can increase my sum by pointing the leftmost pointer to the right. If I take the rightmost pointer left, my sum will decrease. In that
Yeah.
case, the sum will be 8. So I am going to the ORS solution. So I have to move the leftmost pointer to the right. So I will move my pointer here. So in this case, my target value my sum matched with the target value, and I got my pair. And when I got my pair, I can move both pointer because I don't have any duplicate. So I don't have any chance to find another pair 3 and 10. So I can move both pointer here. Then my sum will be again 13, and then I can increase the counter, and then I will have the two pair, that is 3 and 10 and 6, 7.
Okay. That is fine, and yeah, that is the ultimate solution. So now if I change it a bit, like as at first I told you that I won't have any duplicate values in the array, but now I want to put some duplicate values in the array. So will that solution work for this like for this for this criteria?
Mhm. So if I move uh, the pointer, so let's take another example. So,
Mm-hmm.
so if I have, so let's say then my pointer is here and here. So I have a pair. So if I move the both pointer, then my point, then I will point in these 3 and this 7. So in this case, I think I the missed a pair, that is 3 and 10. So I don't think this will work.
Okay, so what could be the possible solution or logic that would solve this issue?
So the in this case, I can go back to my previous solution and just think about for these three. I can check the upper bound and lower bound of 10. Or I will just try to find how many tens exist there in the array, the two binary search. Maybe one for the leftmost 10 and one for the rightmost 10. And then I can add the count because
Okay, or if you want to stick to this particular solution, like there is like a restriction uh,
the two pointer
that you
method.
have to use these two pointer methods. Yeah, what you do to make this work?
Okay. So I cannot move the both pointer when I match a pair. So mhm, if I move a single pointer here, then I will get the second pair, maybe this 3 and this 10. But
Yeah.
if there is another duplicate 10 here, then there will be a problem. So this 3 will pair up with this 210.
Okay, let me like make it easier for you. Like, don't think about the code or how you will solve this problem. At first, you just figure out how many numbers of pairs will there be for 13 now for this particular test case.
Uh, for this test case,
Let
I
me
think
make another additional change in this test case to make things like clear for you. Like, yeah. That's it. So you can just tell me now the number of pairs.
so. These 3 will pair up to this 10 and this 10. So there will be two pair for these 3, and then for these 3 there will be two pair, and there will be for these 3 there will be again two pair, and I think for 6 and 7 there will be one pair. So there should be 7 pair. Am I right?
Yeah, that is true. Right. So now think about the logic that would like help you to solve this problem with the two-pointer solution.
Okay. So I can count the number of pair by multiplying the count of these two values. Like this 3 occurs 3 times in this array and this 10 occurs twice in this array. So I can say that there are 6 pair possible pair for 3 and 10.
Okay.
And this 6 occurs once and this 7 occurs once. So the number of pairs of 6 and 7 will be just 1. So the answer
Yeah.
will be 3 times 2 plus 1 times 1 times 1. 7.
Okay. Can you just write a pseudocode for this?
Okay, so this case, when I move my pointer here, I can count how many 3s are there and how many 10s are there. And then maybe I can multiply those values.
Yeah.
So what should I call the name of the function? Number of pairs. And the target. Is that okay? Or I should change anything?
Sorry. Can you repeat your question? Hello.
Ashiqur, are you there? Hello.
I guess
If
he's
the function
having some.
definition is okay. So,
Okay.
sorry, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I think his screen sharing just went off. Maybe he is having some internet problem.
Yeah, I guess he's back now or something.
Ashiqur, can you hear us? Hello?
Hello. I'm so sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
Yeah, I was muted too. So.
Okay, no problem. So you asked me something last time. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, is the function definition is okay for now, or should I change anything?
No, it is all right.
Okay, so I have an array and then I have some duplicate value. So I'll fix 2 pointers, one from 0 and one from the right, I think. Then I can let me write it for if there are no duplicate, then I will fix it.
Yeah, sure.
So maybe I can get the pair while I less than 0. And what I was saying that if the values are equal, sorry, plus is add up to t, Then I have a pair. And then I can increment the count. And yes, I have a condition that if I say less than t. So if the value is less than t, I have to move the leftmost pointer to the right. So I have to move I to the right. And if the sum is greater than t, I have to decrement the rightmost pointer. And finally, I can return the count. So this should work when there are no duplicates, I think.
Uh, will this work properly? Like, can you just take a small array? Like, I'm just initializing it. One. Two.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I have to increment this pointer here too.
Yeah. Okay, that is fine. Now just figure like change the logics for the duplication.
So here I have the pair. Maybe for this case, I will for this sample I will say here and here. My first pointer will point to this 3 and this pointer will point this 10. And now if I have to count the values, I can count it maybe here inside this loop. Mhm. So, so maybe I can do that. K equals to from I, and while array k equal I. So as as long as I get the value 3, I can count maybe C1, increment the C1 value. For here I will initialize C1 with 0. For now I will just comment this count. And then for the rightmost 10, I can just do that. J and I can count the value T2 here. So I have the count here, but if the time complexity will not improve, because if I have a lot of duplicate, then I have to.
Sorry,
Yeah,
what did you say
after
about the time complexity?
I said if there are a lot of duplicates in this array, I have to check for every possible values. What I can do that when I count this value, I can skip those values and start my pointer here,
Mm-hmm.
right? So so let me calculate the answer first. Count will be increased by C1 times C2,
Okay.
and then I have to increment the then I have to increment the leftmost pointer by 1, 2 times, maybe number of values minus 1 times, and I have to decrement the j pointer 1. Oh, so it's number of
It is basically C1 and C2, right?
yeah, it's basically C1 and C2. So I can do this, I guess, while C1 C1 I plus plus, and then C2 greater than 0.
Do you need to do this while loop? You can you just add C1 with I, that will increment I to the C1 times, and you can
Yeah,
decrement J. Yeah.
I can do it. I was just so silly. Sorry, minus equals to C2.
Yeah, I guess we got the idea, and actually we are just running out of time. And yeah, your solution was okay, and it was really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Shohan Bhaiya, do you want to add something here?
No, I think we're good. Interview, I think it was okay, and yeah, basically you solved all the problems you were asked. You want Tasnim Appu, you want to ask him any more questions, like any basic questions?
I guess actually we already passed the time of 45 minutes, so it is all right. And yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I think we can terminate the interview. It was really nice to conduct the interview with you, and Ashiqur Bhai was also nice. Okay. So it was a good experience for me as. Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay,
Okay,
so I think I think we will pass our feedbacks to the team, and I also have some recommendations on your CV. So I mean, to update it.
It will be so great
Okay,
if I get the recommendation.
okay. So see you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay. Goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen. It's German
have a good
goodbye.
day. Bye.
Yeah.